Hey guys, Swisher Family Homestead here. How are you all doing today? Hey, this is a special video. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to vent. I don't want to really do this, but I'm kind of getting just a little fed up. As you all know, we're homesteaders. We're also starting our family farm here, and we have been posting videos on YouTube now for roughly almost a year and a half. Our purpose of putting videos on here, just so we get the clarity of this, our purpose of putting videos on here is so that our kids and our grandkids can see this, and our family that lives far away. Subscribers are only a bonus to us. If you subscribe, you subscribe. If you don't, you don't. We don't care either way. We hope that some of the stuff we do and we show you helps you out, and we hope that you see some of the mistakes we make that you learn from. That's the basis of our doing our YouTube situation. It's not about the money, it's not about fame, it's not about glory. It's about our family being able to watch all over the United States our videos, and then you guys get to watch it too. It's kind of a perk for you guys. I like doing these videos. I like making the videos. To me, they're fun, they're interesting. I was a cook for 30 years, and you know, now being able to do this is so much different, and it's a whole different realm of starting over when you have a homestead that has not been developed, has not been done, and you have had no experience in doing this whatsoever. And me and Amy have had no experience in doing this. The only experience I do have is gardening, which I learned from my mom, and construction and stuff that I've learned from my dad and through the years of being a younger gentleman. Other than that, none. Let's get to the whole point of this video. The point of this video is I am disgusted with some of the homesteaders that are on YouTube right now. And I'm mad for the sole purpose of is that I feel in some way, shape, or form that I was led on. Now, granted, there is a couple of homestead channels out there that, you know, I've asked questions to, and they have replied back to me. There's one channel too that I've asked a question to, and they actually got us started homesteading to take that next step to do it. But that was me talking with that person one-on-one. That wasn't me talking to somebody through doing a YouTube thing like right now. You know, we're not in this for the money, we're not in this for the glory, the fame. Let's just put that out there right now. So before you start to judge us, understand that. Alright, so it's funny because I've watched in the past 6 months some channels that are really big on YouTube just take advantage, I think, of some way of not only the viewers but YouTube itself, and aren't as thankful as they should be for what they have gotten from YouTube. I feel that they've taken advantage of YouTube, even though they might think, you know, YouTube's a platform. They're here to provide your videos. They're here to tell you what you can and can't release on YouTube. Look, if there's something that a child should not watch on YouTube, then make it so kids can't watch it. Plain and simple. If your kids shouldn't be watching it, you shouldn't be showing it to them. Basics. Don't make it seem like it's all YouTube's fault when it has a lot to do with the parents. Keep your kids under wraps. It's not easy these days. I did it with my kids. You just have to learn. If it's not for kids, it's not for kids. Don't bring your channel up to be all about faith, because I hear a lot said about faith, but I don't see a lot being done about faith. I'm not going to go into religion states. I'm not going to go into the stance of religion and all that. But you shouldn't have to worry about profiting from God himself. I'll just say that. It's not about that. This country was based off of helping each other out, supporting each other, and being there for each other. It isn't about the almighty dollar. And I'll tell you what, it has turned out now to be nothing but about the almighty dollar. What can I get next? You know, I see some of these top YouTubers where they're getting all this free stuff. I get products to test out. Somebody will ask me, Justin, would you please try our product out and do a video and tell us what you think? And unlike some of them, I'm honest and I will tell you what the product is. If it's junk, I'm going to tell you it's junk. I'm not going to sweet coat it for them. I'm going to be honest about it. Now, I've seen a lot of these YouTuber, homesteader, farmers / get heavy equipment given to them to mention their product as an advertisement for that company. That's all great. That's fantastic. But don't get a piece of equipment, make a video on the piece of equipment talking about how great it might be, or it is, and you see 1 or 2 videos on that piece of equipment, and then you never hear about it again. I think that right there, to the big companies out there that are supplying this equipment, it's like a slap in the face. It's like, look, man, we just gave you a brand new, we'll say, tractor. We just gave you a brand new tractor. And you mentioned it in your video 3 or 4 times, or you make 3 or 4 videos on it, and then you never hear about it again. Or you get a generator. They give you this huge generator, and you think you got it made, and oh, they're giving me this, and we're having it installed, and they're gonna do all this and that. You hear about the generator for like maybe 4 or 5 videos, and then you never hear about it again. Really? So what you're saying is a $70,000 piece of equipment is worth 4 videos? You're not worth the 4 videos. I think that, you know, that's great that they want to support them, but they're supporting them on their viewers, the amount of people that they have viewing their page. So if you got 500,000 viewers on there, of course you're going to get people who want kickbacks. If I had 500,000 viewers on our page and somebody had called me up and said, hey, would you mind testing this piece of equipment? I'd say, well, wait a second. 1, what's the equipment that you want me to test? And 2, I'm going to be honest about what it is and what I do and don't like about it. Right up front. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If I feel that something needs to be changed, I will. If you look up there, I'll have Amy put a video up there. It was when we ran a piece of equipment, and it was a Kubota. And I had a complaint about the Kubota. And I was very thorough and I told exactly how I felt about it. I didn't hold back. I didn't sugarcoat anything. You know? It's just, it gets me because you were blessed with a gift that you took advantage of other people. You didn't take the time to do the research. You didn't take the time to do what you needed to do before you started, oh, this tractor's rake works really good, or the front loader's fantastic. Dude, you haven't done anything with the front loader to make it fantastic. What, because you run it across some dirt, it's fantastic? No. You have to test the product out. Now that's one of my things about the perks of YouTube, when you get stuff. You know? I have companies that have sent us stuff that I've tested out, and it hasn't been a lot of companies, but I've tested their products. One of the products I tested before they even contacted me and asked me. And when they contacted me and asked me, I was like, great, I'd love to do it. Because I love your product, and your product stands for something that I'm willing to support. Now, let's get on to this membership situation, okay? So, A lot of these homesteaders are starting web pages now, but they want you to pay to be, or to be able to access their web page. Really? Why would I want to pay to access your web page? One. Two, there's nothing you can't find on the internet or in a library. Nothing. And if you're too lazy to get on the internet and look it up, or you're too lazy to read a book and find out about it, then you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. I am on the internet all the time doing research. All the time. I can be doing a project, stop in the middle of the project and do research before I do any more of the project. Because I feel that I need to have a security there, that if something goes wrong, I know how to fix the problem. Not watching somebody else do it and paying them to sit. You're sitting there and you're paying them to watch their video. Why? Then they're stating, well, you know, YouTube, and this kind of gets me too, is that YouTube wasn't made for kids, and some of our videos got taken off, or they got flagged because the content was too graphic in a sense. Look, if the content was too graphic, it shouldn't have been in the kids area. It should have been in the adults. And if the if you want to allow your kid to watch something that graphic, that is your choice. That's why we have a Constitution. That's why we have rights. Don't make it seem like TV now is a bad thing. TV is not a bad thing. It's all in how you take it. You need to teach your kids. Adults need to learn that not everything you read on the internet is true, and not everything you see on TV is true. I don't know why people do that. They see one thing on TV and they think it's true. Well, because TV said it's true, it's got to be true. No. Do your research. I don't feel I should have to pay somebody for their website to tell me what I can read in a book. Or that I can go down the street to a farmer and say, hey, you mind if I ask you a couple questions? And 9 times out of 10, that farmer will be like, what's the question? And if you ask him, he'll tell you and be honest with you. I have done that here, I don't know how many times. I can walk into a room full of old guys who've been farming for the past 70 years and ask them a question, and I will get the answer. And these guys won't give you bull. They won't tell you. They'll say, look, in the old days, this is how we did it. This is how we made it. This is how we fix something. Granted, I go to YouTube and I look up stuff. Okay, let's see, the last time I was on YouTube, what did I look up? I looked up a thing on generators. You know, what's the best generator to get, blah, blah, blah. Just like I do reviews. I look at some of the reviews there. Then I go online and I do some of the reviews. I read the reviews online. And then I'll go somewhere else and their main website, and I'll look at what they have. I'll look at what's into it. I'll look at what's been done. You know, I do my homework before you get into it. Now, I don't understand how cleaning a chicken is so hard. I don't get it. There's a ton of videos out there and a ton of stuff on the internet, and there's books in the library that most of you probably, if you're in your early 20s, don't even know what a library is because they're non-existent anymore to you because you got the internet. But there's books out there. There's farming books. There's homesteading books that are so old that anybody can go there and read something and post it on YouTube and think that they're a genius. They're not. This is stuff that has been done years and years and years. Another pet peeve of paying to subscribe to somebody. Why? I don't care if it's $5.99, $15.99, $29.99, $199, doesn't matter. Why would you pay for a subscription to something that you can get out of a book, or you can get by going and asking somebody? I don't know about most of you homesteaders out there, but the bank ain't full of cash right now. We're not driving brand new trucks. We're not driving brand new equipment. We don't live on a 500-acre farm. We don't have all these perks. People have to come down to earth and say, hey, look, these people can't afford it. So what you're telling me is you want me to pay for a subscription to go to your channel and want me to cancel one of my kids' channels that they enjoy watching, rather it be one of the majors. I can't say any channels because I don't want to get in trouble for it, but really? So you could watch their channel, so the rest of the family's supposed to suffer so you can get out and make your money. You know, I thought this was not about making, I thought this was about family. I thought this was about friends. I thought this was about community. This is not about community. Community doesn't, one person out of the community doesn't ask the whole community for money. They're looking to get rich. And let me tell you, homesteaders are going to jump ship. As soon as they get the amount of money they want, they're gone. You will never hear about them again. You will never see them again. And if you do hear about them, it'll be the day that you hear about them when they're burying them 6 foot under. It'll be the last time you hear about them. They're in it to make money. They're not in it. It's in it for a business. Now, today just kind of set me off, and it really affected me. It hurt my feelings as a homesteader that, you know, us homesteaders are out there and we're really struggling. We're really doing. We make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. We're out here trying to live a simple, happy life and do Mother Nature right. And what God intended us to do. Back in the day, they didn't have YouTube. You had to learn. You had to learn from your neighbors. You know? Look it up, thy neighbor. You'll see what it says. And I am not a big church person, but you know what? There draws a line. There's a line drawn in the sand. I can't do it anymore. I can't put up with this anymore, and I can't hear this anymore. You know, in the past 2 months, I have been let down by 3 Homestead channels. Completely let down. So, one of the channels that I have a problem with, now these are the top 3, is the content providers. You know, your channel gets so big and then you get content providers, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, it doesn't matter. Moderators. Or moderators. And, you know, before, when we first started thinking about doing this whole homestead thing, I had contacted this person that was on YouTube and spoke to him personally, had a conversation with him, and he's the one who set out our homesteading situation where we're at right now. Then it came to us creating content, and we started creating content, and I had gotten in touch with him and spoke to him and said, hey man, would you mind, you know, if we post a couple of videos, maybe it'd be something for your viewers that might be interested in too. He said, sure man, go ahead, you know, I'm glad I could help you out, you know, that would be great. And thanks a lot for, you know, being kind enough to ask before, you know, you just try to filter something in there. I have always asked everybody before I post anything, and I would not want to do anything that would disrupt, hurt, or do something that I wasn't allowed to do. I always have asked permission first. You know, so the moderator took over this, and I had posted something that I've been posting for months, and I noticed our viewership had went up quite a bit from that, quite a bit. And all suddenly out of the blue, he pulls all of our videos off and says we can't do it anymore. And I'm like, why? And he said, well, because it's a third-party video. It is not a third-party video. I am the person producing the video. I am the person in the video. How is it a third-party video? So I went back and I did some research. It wasn't even a third-party video. So the moderator went and took all of our videos off. That was it. Blocked us. Done. We haven't done anything wrong. I tried to contact him. I tried to speak to him. I said, look man, this is not a third party. I had spoke to the original channel provider who created the Facebook page and everything else, and he said it was alright. Never got a reply back. Basically got a, hey, go screw yourself type of situation. I'm going to say it. Alright? Next one is about 6 months to a year after we started watching that prior one. I'm going to go in order of how I found these. And I started watching their channel, and he seemed like a really, really good going guy. He doesn't seem like a bad guy to me, I'll be honest with you. But he's starting to change. He's starting to allow the money change him instead of being who he originally was when he started his Facebook channel. I don't know if you guys realize this, but a lot of us homesteaders don't have bank vaults full of cash that we can just run to every time we need it. A lot of us can't afford to go out and spend $600 of groceries or order online stuff to come in, and it costs, you know, I don't know, I've looked at some are $300, $400 a month to get stuff mailed into you. A lot of people can't afford that. A lot of homesteaders can't. If you can, awesome job. Congratulations, you're doing great. That's all I can say. I got nothing against you, that's great. But yeah, and then I've just watched it evolve more and more and more and more, and how now it seems like they're taking advantage of the situation and not doing the content that was committed to the channel, which was a family-based content. We watched the kid grow up, and it was great. It was actually wonderful. We enjoyed it. It was good. It was, you know, never confrontational, never a letdown. It was always informative. It was what YouTube wanted for a Homestead channel to provide for their viewers. Now, I know that you get paid for commercials. I get this, right? You get paid. Every time a commercial comes up, you get paid for it. Great. But you know what? Why don't you take that money, turn it around, and help out other homesteaders? You're already doing good. You got everything you want now. Now turn around and help out other homesteaders. So I tell you what, if I became big like that, I would be helping out other homesteaders. Seriously. There is no reason that you need this money, because when you're dead and gone, that money don't mean anything. Take it and do something good with it. But no, they pocket the money and pocket the money and pocket the money, and they're looking at their bank accounts going sky high while they're not doing anything for you, and they feel that because they're making a video that that's their payment to you for watching them. Well, that's great. But why don't you send a little fluctuation my way? Because there's homesteaders out there that don't have cabins like I have. There's homesteaders out there that don't drive a truck like I have. If I had the money, I'll be honest with you, and I found a down and out homesteader that really needed it, that was truthful, honest, loyal, God-loving, I would go take that money, buy that guy a truck, take the truck to his house and drop it off and say, here man, now you got something to help you out on your homestead. It's the right thing to do. You were blessed with that, why not bless somebody else? Now, for the biggest letdown of them all, these people starting web pages to make money, right? Oh, everything from cookbooks to apps to you name it. They're doing it right now, and they're banking off of you. They are taking your money hand over fist. They may seem concerned, they may seem caring, but when it comes down to it, they're going to disappear. And when they disappear, what are you left with? A cookbook. Do you know you can go online right now and you can look up just about any recipe you could possibly want? As a chef of 30 years, I got the right to talk about this. You can look up any recipe. You can find out anything. You can do all the research yourself. You don't have to watch my cooking videos. I don't care if you watch them or not. I do it because I love to cook, and I've been doing it my whole life, and I'd like to share some of the tips and tricks that I get. I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for nothing. You don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. I've said that before. But don't tell me that you want to charge me $7 to be part of your crew, or you want to charge me $40 for a cookbook, that isn't worth the $40, because half the stuff in that thing I can figure out in about 20 minutes. But these people are being put on pedestals. The viewers are putting these people on pedestals, and they just keep taking and taking and taking. When are you going to stop taking and take what you've taken and give it to somebody else who needs it? That's where I draw the line. You know, you're put on this earth for a reason. And God has a plan for every single person here. Whether you believe in my God, some other God, or if you believe in karma. When you do stuff for people, it's not what you get in return. It's what changes their life. It's what puts you on the map. That is your payment. When it comes time and you're on your deathbed, you can lay there and say, I did what was right. I may not have done it early, but I did it before I went. And I made sure that I changed people's lives. And that's my problem right now. These people are giving you 5 minutes of a change when you need a lifetime. A whole lifetime. I mean, I've been dealing with stuff my whole life. Good, the bad, the ugly, everything. And if it's anything I've learned, is that even no matter how bad it gets, and even if there's a person out there that, you know, wants something from you, and you keep giving and giving and giving, the only person that you're going to answer to is a person up there. You're not going to answer to anybody else. And when you go, you want to go knowing you did right and not did wrong. These people are getting rich, and you guys are letting them get rich. I'm sorry, but I can't commit to that. And I don't know how YouTube has allowed this to go. I really don't. I mean, I know it's viewership, I know it's sponsor, I know it's money that they get paid for the sponsor, but isn't there a time and a place where you have to cut the cord? This video I'm making right now might be my time and my place. But you know what? I said how I felt from the heart, and I'm pretty much the only person that spoke up about it and done a video on it. So at that point, guys, Swisher Homestead here. I hope this was something that would key you in, make you aware, and might change your life or somebody else's life. Just remember, it ain't always about the almighty dollar. See you later. I just want you guys to know that Swisher Homestead, we've changed our name now to Swisher Family Farm. We started out as a homestead, and now we're slowly, gradually becoming a farm. And if you want to be part of our community, you can go to our Facebook page. I'm not going to ask you for nothing. It's up to you. It's Swisher Family Farm or it's Swisher Homesteaders. It's your choice. If you want to do it, do it. If not, don't. If you want to hit that subscribe button to this channel right here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I can't make the greatest videos all the time, but I can be honest and I can be faithful. And that's the biggest thing. Honesty and faithful. So, if that's something you guys are looking for, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that bell thing. And by the way, if I ever do make it on YouTube, I'm going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to start giving to other people instead of thinking about just me. Because I think that's what the community's about. Community's about helping each other out. And let me tell you, there's a lot of homesteads out there. It might be your next door neighbor who's having the hardest time in their life and they won't say nothing because of pride. But you taking down a basket of vegetables, or you buying them a loaf of bread, or you even stand in line at Walmart and you see a lady come through, has 2 kids, and she's a single mom and she's barely making it, and you pay for those groceries, you just changed that lady's life. You just made her think about what life's about. At that point, guys, I'll see you later. I'm out of here. I gotta go do a cooking video. Peace.